How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Connect you on Monday, October the 10th, as we get this video to you around this time. Have your free pick winner in just a second here. Your free pick winner today is going to be between, let's give it to you between the Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs here in just a second. And then tell you, also give you a lean on Philadelphia and Atlanta in baseball. And give you some early leans on that Seattle-Houston game and even Lafayette and Marshall as well. So give you about 4 thoughts here. Excited about it. And YouTube Premium will be on the total between the Raiders and the Chiefs as well. Also give you some early thoughts on Cleveland and the Yankees as well. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy. This is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy's been around for 18 years and 10 months now. Doc Sports has been around for 52 years, have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics, and that's how these algorithms work. Our best selections are over at DocSports.com under Arun Shiva or Indian Cowboy. And our next best selections are YouTube Premium Thoughts, where we give you 2 extra thoughts every single day. And free $60 worth of premium selections pinned to the comment section at the top as well, including the link to join our YouTube Premium channel. Be sure to check our Twitter for our consensus polls, our trends on late night ball games, our hot takes on sports, and tons of the useful content as well. And that Twitter link is also pinned to the comment section too. What do I need to tell you? We had a pretty good weekend, actually. We won our 7-unit selection on the Arizona Cardinals, plus the 5.5. Very sharp selection, and they snuck inside the number against the undefeated, plus 6.5, I think, or 5.5 against the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. Great 3-0 start in the MLB playoffs. We took the Padres yesterday. Our models show that they're probably going to do well against the Mets, and they did. So that one is a 4-unit play for plus 125. We're now 3-0 in the MLB playoffs for plus 1,300. We will probably have at least a 6-unit selection on the docket tomorrow. We're plus 68-10 in baseball, 94-69 for the season. For plus 68, 10, 58%. If we win tomorrow, we'll be 4-0 and plus 74-10. And the baseball season discount has been reduced for you, so be sure to jump on that. NHL, we went plus 8,900 last year. The year before, we went plus 4,500. The NHL resumes in earnest tomorrow, so jump on for the NHL season. It's going to be great. And then you have NBA, which is just 8 days away, which is one of my favorite sports to research and to write algorithms for a handicap, so be sure to join us for that. And what else do I need to tell you? So hopefully you'll join us for our football. Plus 7,000 in the NFL the last 2 years. Winner on the Cardinals is, plus the 5.5. Baseball, 6-unit selection on Tuesday. 3-0 in the playoffs, plus 1,300. Great MLB season so far, plus 6,800. NBA obviously starts in 8 days, which we talked to you about. NHL, we talked about soccer. 3-unit winner on Monday between Nottingham, or a 3-unit selection on Monday between Nottingham and Aston Villa. And hopefully we'll post a nice soccer win there. And then MMA back on October the 15th as well. And that's about it. All right, let's get to your free play winner today. And I like Vegas here. I'll take the points here with Vegas against the Kansas City Chiefs. So the interesting thing is Vegas got destroyed by the Chiefs by a wide margin last year. And you can find this at around plus 7. I think you're going to see the best game Vegas has played all year, personally. They're 1-3 and Kansas City's 3-1. So how do you get up for, Vegas when you're the Chiefs, when Vegas was literally undefeated going against the Broncos and their only win is against the Broncos? Vegas won 32-23, and Carr threw for less than 200 yards that game. Vegas lost 22-24 to Tennessee, 23-29 against Arizona, and 19-24 against the Chargers. They were in all of those games. New coach, new system. Maybe they're kind of getting used to it. Kansas City, of course, beat Tampa Bay 41-31. Kansas City, of course, lost Indianapolis and then bounced back because they were looking ahead to Tampa Bay, and of course, they laid an egg against the Colts. And they beat the Chargers in Arizona, of course, too. But Kansas City gave up 31 points in the last game, by the way. They won 48-9 and 41-14 the last 2 times they played Vegas last year. I think Vegas just plays better, man. Kansas City is 2-8 ATS against teams with a losing record, and I think Vegas just plays out of their mind as they get up to play Kansas City. And I think this will be a close game. I think it stays within the 7. Like Vegas, plus the 7 is your free play. I also like the under between Philadelphia and Atlanta as an early lean for tomorrow in baseball. The pitchers aren't entirely determined yet, but keep in mind the Phillies swept the Cardinals for phenomenal pitching. The Braves pitching staff gave up 12 runs against the Marlins in the last game. Obviously, they'd already gotten in the playoffs by then, but I don't think 17 runs are going to be scored like the last time the Phillies and the Braves met. The totals were 7, 8, and 9 in those games, and they all went over. I like the under between Philly and Atlanta, assuming the starters that we think are going to start. I'll give you more on this tomorrow. As far as Seattle and Houston, I like Seattle plus the 1.5 or even plus 2 against Verlander. Total is set at 6.5, and getting 1.5 runs or even 2 runs on a total of 6.5 is nice. Seattle, good for them. Unlike the NFL, which is rigged, it seems, because there's no reason why. I'm still sore over that pass interference call. Not pass interference, but the roughing the passer call on Grady Jarrett against Tom Brady. That was the most ridiculous call ever. That is not roughing the passer, and it's like the league rigged that game so that Tom Brady can be 3-2 and not go to 2-3 and sub 500. When the Falcons could easily be on top of the division, and they should be on top of the division. There's no stars, but there's no need to call that as roughing the passer. Just a horrendous call. Just the league protecting Brady again. Tom Brady's old news. He's done after this year. So you need to really call the games fair because people can lose their jobs. Head coaches lose their job. Assistant coaches lose their jobs. And they got to uproot their family. So what you're doing is you're taking meritocracy away. Meritocracy is a reason why this country the way it is because of entrepreneurship. So if you take meritocracy away, in other words, people who work hard should be rewarded that way, right? Or else we might as well live in a communist and a socialist society at that point, because at that point it's already rigged and decided for you. So why even play the game? Why are you telling all these players to set up and play the game when there's no point, when you've already got the result in hand? So Tom Brady, that was not roughing the passer. Absolutely not. The Atlanta Falcons would have won that game probably. And it's just frustrating, but it's all good. But Seattle did lose by 1 run the last 2 times they played against Houston. So getting +1.5 and +1.2 is worth it. Verlander went 5 innings, 0 hits, and 0 runs against Philadelphia for a tune-up. Verlander has also put together 14 straight quality starts. He went 7-5-1 and 7-4-1 against Seattle. Verlander has not given up a home run in 10 innings, but I still like Seattle, given the experience. They have experience against Verlander, and, they did hit him 3 starts ago for 6 innings, 10 hits, and 5 runs. So I think Seattle's playing great offense right now. I think they hang tough. Finally, I like the under between Lafayette and Marshall as an early lead on Wednesday college football. Lafayette's lost 3 in a row. They lost the last 2 games. And haven't gone under, by the way, for Lafayette. Lafayette is 2-3. Marshall is 3-2. Marshall beat Weber 28-7. Has lost 3 straight covers. Marshall is the same school that beat Notre Dame, by the way. Marshall won 26-21 against Lafayette last year. So there's some revenge here for Lafayette, who are off 3 straight losses. National TV game. I know the total is low here, but I like the under. Remember, the under is 7-0 for the Raging Cajuns following a loss. So whenever they lose, their strength is to go to the under to play good defense. 3 losses in a row, and the under is also 6-1 for Marshall home games as well. That is what we have for you guys. Lots of content for you today. I enjoyed doing that for you. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the YouTube videos, and I'll see you at YouTube Premium. I'll see you in 5 minutes. India Cowboy, working hard for you every single day. Take a moment and like and subscribe.